Hello and welcome back, everyone. Yep. Hopefully we can get the Cyndaquil today, because today, if we don't, we are going over 1,000 eggs. And this is not exactly fun for our hero. So, before we actually start everything, we're going to go hop over to the Porto Moronata auctions, just to see if there's anything good there. But how is everyone doing today? If you guys don't mind my asking, hope you guys are doing well. Cloth sticks, duststone, kelpie berry. None of those are useful to me. I have more than enough kelpie berries, and we're just gonna get moving. You've been hunting Cyndaquil as well, Ghostface? Yeah, that's the one thing about doing this, like, live, is I can't hatch eggs off screen. So I have to just be doing everything live. But hopefully we get it today. Hopefully. But how are you guys all doing? Hope you guys are all doing pretty well. Most recent episode of the Soul Link, the Versus Soul Link, has actually gone live on Timmy B's channel today, so that's pretty good. And, well, the next episode's gonna be on my channel tomorrow, and let's just say this next episode is, it's a painful one. This was the first episode of the second recording session we did, and this episode hurts. I mean, there's, you'll be able to tell from the title and the thumbnail, but yeah, there was a lot of not good stuff that happened in this, the next episode of the Soul Link. So you guys will have to tune in to see all the kinds of suffering that happens on that, because it was pretty glorious. Like, in hindsight, it's kind of funny, but also, it's not. Friend gave me a Cyndaquil trying to get 3 shinies so far. Okay. Also, you are also doing a shiny family line for it. Nice. Yeah, hope you can get that quickly as well. Because I certainly know, I hope I get mine soon. Because Cyndaquil's beat a shoe. And like with Froakie, I'm making sure anytime I'm getting more eggs, I check to see, is this my Masuda Ditto? And it always is. And yet, I always keep getting very, very low, very, very high numbers for eggs. So, for 935, can we get the zombies number? Can we get the zombies number for the shiny? No, we can't. Because the game doesn't want to be fun. Hello there, Omar. How are you doing? Hope you are doing delightful. Hope you're doing well, Omar. Pokemon attack fell, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We're not using a physical attack, we're just running away anyway. But yes, so we are just doing some more hunts today. Hopefully we can get this thing. Delete. It's gonna be so good when we get Pokemon home, when I can just mass release Pokemon off screen. It's going to be delightful. Again, I still am working on like the script for the podcast that's actually like gonna be talking about what my theory is for why Home hasn't been released yet, because I am 99% sure the reason why Home has not been released yet is because of terror raids. And I don't know, it's weird that we haven't gotten Home compatibility yet, because again, they said early 2023. We are almost to May. We are well into, I would say, like the middle of the year, and we still haven't gotten it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it's that, well, when you bring in the legendaries, you'd be able to bring in stuff like Zacian, things like Mewtwo, and they would just basically make a massive joke out of terror raid bosses. Like, the next one we're having is, the next terror raid we're having is Inteleon. Imagine if you could bring in, like, Zacian. You know, Zacian immediately comes in crowned sword mode. +1 automatically from Intrepid Sword, Behemoth Bash. That is a super effective 100 base power stab move with a +1 to your attack. It would just cleave right through it. You know, and then, like, you know, Mewtwo gets, like, coverage for literally everything. It's bulky enough to set up Nasty Plot, and then you start blasting away with just about any move in existence. I think it has to do with the devs understanding when it comes to the terror raids, we are just going to bring in the legendaries, and the legendaries are just going to go super ham on everything. So they have to basically take them away, otherwise we're just going to joke them. When the point of terror raids is to cooperate with other people, legendaries kind of make it counterintuitive. So if you have to do the raids, and not just bring... Exactly. So you actually have to do... So you actually need to work with people. Let me tell you something, Matt. Wrath of Mars getting a full... Ah, yes. Wrath. Honestly, Wrath was probably the... I wouldn't say Wrath was my favorite alien from Ben 10, which it's pretty close on that list. But Wrath was, like, by far the most entertaining, because it's literally just Wolverine. He's just Wolverine as an alien wrestler. And it's like, you know what? Doesn't matter. He just auto. Wrath of Ben 10 was great. It's like... He was the most entertaining to watch. I feel like my favorite, just because it's me, would probably just be Diamond Head. Because, like, it's me. I like my rocks. But, like, Wrath was just highly entertaining. Ben 10 was a special kind of show when it came to just, like, how entertaining it could be. Let me tell you something, Kevin 11. It was great. The best part was that Wrath found out what Kevin's middle name was Ethan. Like, when he was in Wrath mode, it was great. Where did that Doug Trio go? Not Doug Trio, where did the Diglett go? Oh, there it is. Okay, no, I thought that the Diglett had a blue nose for a second. But yes, if we end up finishing this shiny hunt, you know, as in, like, we get all of our eggs hatched today, and we still have some time left over, we are going to go back to hunting Diglett. Because, again, we still need the one shiny Diglett. But, yeah, if again, we have plans for today. I have many plans for if we do end up finishing these ones. Hello there, Mudkip. How are you doing? How is everybody doing today? If you guys haven't done so, also, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Hopefully, we get this shiny before we hit 1k eggs. Then I recommend you sleep, Mudkip. Oh no, stuff only goes in the shoe when they go over 4 times odds. So we would need to get to pretty much 2,000 eggs in order for me to put this thing in the shoe. Good, so nice. But Typhlosion is getting close to becoming a shoe. Typhlosion is getting very close to shoeification. It is very shoe-like. But yeah, tomorrow's episode of the tomorrow's episode of the Soul Link, that's gonna be on my channel. Let's just say there's a lot of pain in that episode. There's a lot of pain in that next episode. I actually can't do a full odds hunt in Ghostface. I have the shiny charm, and everything would never be full odds because I have that. Also, I'm not really a fan of full odds hunts. I'll be real. I just don't like them. I kind of always felt like full odds hunts were just like an artificial extension on it. And when it comes to a stream where I only do like about an hour and a half to 2 hours to maybe 2.5 hours, that would be probably the better part of like a month to do that. Because even then, with these, you know, we've been doing this for an entire week so far. We still haven't gotten it. Now, you know, triple that, you know, 3 weeks, you know, to 3 weeks. That would be probably, that'd be, you know, close to a month with just, you know, on just one. That'd be 3 months probably for a single one of the Pokemon. Hey, that dude. Yeah, no, because that violates terms of service. If you go in and you remove the charm and you mess with the game's coding, that's a violation of terms of service and would not allow me to use my game in competitive reasons. Which, because I love competitive, I'm not doing that. Yeah, the only full odds shiny hunts we're going to be doing are the ones for Poipole, Naganadel, Type Null, and Silvally. Fossil reset hunts, and shiny hunt for Lugia. Maybe a few others, but yes, we are going to be shiny hunting Lugia. I haven't really determined when the Lugia shiny hunt is going to be, but we are going to be doing a Lugia shiny hunt at some nebulously defined future point. So, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, guys, for more, so you guys can see that when that happens. What did Splatoon 3 do, Mudkip? What did the spoon game do to you to make you so pained? No, I would not delete my save data for $10,000. I would not. I would not delete the save data under like any circumstances. Like, no, I would not delete my game save data. There is nothing you could offer that would make me delete my game save data. I'm very attached to this file. But I'm not really a fan of full odds hunts really in general. I only would do them out of pure necessity, because I just find full odds hunt to be a little bit of just an artificial extension on a shiny hunt. And again, it's just an artificial lengthening of the hunt for not really much of a reason. Are you sure that you're not just salty about E-liters, Mudkip? That sounds like you're venting about E-liters right there. That sounds like a little bit of E-liters anger right there. Hello there, Orange120. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing very well, Orange. Yeah, if you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Yes, that is a no to the 1 billion. That is a no to that. There is nothing that would get me to delete my save data. I am very attached to this save data. I mean, at least Hydra doesn't have Splashdown in 3. Alright, tomorrow is the next member of the Elite Four, Orange. Welcome in, Ash. Welcome in, Ash. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how tomorrow goes. Mostly because I look forward to seeing the competition be weeded out before my battles come in. Because remember, I'm the champion of the SGL. So, I'm looking forward to seeing the show that you wonderful battlers put on for me. I look forward to each and every battle. I mean, my teams have already been, like, planned out. I'm going through and I'm just, like, grinding out all the preparatory materials. Wait, that's a shiny Deerling! That's a shiny Deerling! Let's freaking go! This is... Ash. This is like Deerling number 476. And you remember what happened over the weekend with Deerling. It's time for Deerling to have the again shiny react. Again, have the continued Deerling thing. Remember, all of the spare shinies are going to be going into the shiny giveaway. Which means I'm pretty sure at this point there's like 4 or like 3 shiny Deerling that are a part of the shiny giveaway at this point. It's like, I love it. Also, for those who don't know, basically something really, really silly happened over the weekend involving the Deerling shorts. Not gonna go into it right now, but it was really silly. I pre-did the Thought Orange, but I would have to decline. These are the shiny giveaways are the spare shinies I have accumulated just in the course of my living shiny dex hunt. So like, say, like this. Like, I've already found shiny Deerling and gotten the living shiny dex entries for Deerling full, but I have found more shiny Deerling, and the ones that I don't need are being given away. Let's see, do you have a mark? You are not marked, and you do not have competitively viable IVs. Okay. You go in the giveaway bin, and I will not be caring one way or the other what happens to you, because unless you have, like, 0 speed or a 0 attack and you're a special attacker, I don't care. One Pokemon that I keep finding is shiny Cubchoo. Cubchoo took us forever to find, and then we found a spare one. But yeah, basically, like, yeah, there is, I think, at this point, almost 55? Actually, yeah, probably is like, no, maybe it's not 55. Yeah, no, it's not 55. It's probably more in the ballpark of like 45 at this point, shinies, that are going to be given away because just how many I've accumulated. But yeah, those, all the ones in those 2 boxes, those are being given away. Oh, nice, shiny Esper and Go. Very delightful. Very, very delightful. Saving the game again, just to make sure. Found 5 floods. Wow. That's impressive. That's really awesome. Yeah, I had a bit of a similar thing with, like, the Pawmi. I've had a bit similar with Pawmi. And a lot of the Pawmi I found were actually before I started doing encounter sandwiches. Also, same thing with, actually, Mudbray. What's your least favorite Ben 10 alien? Ooh. Least favorite Ben 10 alien? That is a good question. I would probably say my least favorite. It would definitely, probably Feedback. Feedback is definitely my least favorite. Also, forgot to drop Ash's link. Honey East Coast Shellos, because that's the only Shellos I'm missing. Nice. Yeah, I mean, we are here. We are Pink Shellos fans here. Pink Shellos. The best Shellos. We love it. The worst is... See, the worst, at the very least, I just find amusing. The worst, I just find amusing as far as, like, an idea goes for it, so I don't really hate it. It's silly. But I like it. See, I like both forms of Gastrodon. I just really like pink. You look like you played baseball. My dad used to make me play baseball when I was, like, Little League. When I was, like, in middle school, or, like, no, I was, like, elementary, middle school, my dad made me play baseball. I hated it. Granted, I had ADD, or I have ADD, so sports and me never got along. And also, I just never really found sports that interesting. Now, like, I enjoy watching sport, like, you know, baseball and stuff with my dad. But as, like, playing them, like, no, I never found it fun. I never found it enjoyable. Even when I played soccer, the only sport that I enjoyed actually participating in was actually swimming. Because I actually did used to swim. Back when I was a more, hydrodynamic shape. Make of that what you will. And I've been trying to get back to, you know, the hydrodynamics, but it was good. Yeah, I just couldn't focus when playing baseball. I would always just space out and literally just look up at the sky. I would anytime it was like dandelion, I would just pick the dandelions and stuff out of the ground. It's like I was the most unfocused person you would ever meet. I am incredibly unfocused. Who's your favorite Challenger. I'll be honest, I don't really know who is left, and I have been kind of deliberately not paying attention to the matches, specifically so I don't know your guys' plans inside and out. So I have been actively avoiding heavily scrutinizing things. Like, I'll be honest, I have not looked at your guys' teams. I have been actively avoiding anything to do with the SGL battles because I want to go in, like, I don't want to know what your guys' teams are. Yeah. But I don't look at the matches. I don't look at the actual battles. I don't know actually who is still in and not. But, yeah. See, stuff goes in the eyes, and it just goes out. I don't retain it. I have very bad memory retention. I think I went to Universal Orlando once. But it was like years ago. Hey, nice work, Omar. Very nice. Yeah, I've been actively interacting. But just because I've been actively interacting doesn't mean I've actively paid attention to the individual battles. Like, I could watch, say, like, your match is orange. And when the match ends, everything that happened in that match, it just goes off into the ether. And I just do not remember it. It just returns to the ether. Yeah, you'll find I have very poor memory retention. Yeah. It's very, very bad memory retention. But yeah, my team is already finished. I actually had my team finished well before you guys, like, before the thing even started. I was like, okay, Metal approached me about being the champion. Okay, this is what I'm going to want to be using. Like, he told me about being the champion. And then within the next, like, 2 days, I had my team, like, all finalized and prepared, as in, like, this is the write-up of my team. This is, like, I built it in Showdown. Like, okay, these are the stats, these are the moves. And that was all done, like, inside of a day. Like, well, a day or two. And I still haven't gotten around to fully EV training, nature changing, and everything like that for my team yet. Because I've been working on the freaking Samurott video, the now Inteleon video, and, like, everything else. Yes, pink Shellos, the correct Shellos. The best Shellos. Yeah, I would have liked to have been a gym leader, but here's the issue. Monotypes in this game are incredibly unforgiving. Oh, so cool. Nice. Yeah, I wanted to get in a special Pokeball. These are the level balls. So these are going to be level ball shiny Cyndaquil when I get them. Because I don't want to get a strange ball or mystery. Like, I'm pretty sure it's called the strange ball or the mystery ball. That's what any Pokemon from Legends will be held in, I believe. Because, like, the coding for the different Pokeballs that existed in Legends don't exist in this game. A lot like how if you actually caught a Pokemon in an Apricorn Ball in, say, like, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and then you transferred that or traded it to Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, they would just revert to a regular Pokeball. Thank you, Darklit, and thank you very much for the good luck. Can you hunt Iron Bundle? Because, like, I just really, really like Shiny Iron Bundle. I like Chrome Delibot. It just amuses me. But I'll be real. I'm probably, like, the worst person to ask for ideas to Shiny Hunt. Because I just make it up as I go. Like, I have a very hard time figuring out what I want to shiny hunt when it comes to my own shiny hunts. So, I'm probably the worst person to be asking about ideas. I guess maybe Meryl, like the Meryl family, maybe? So yeah, again, if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Shiny Dreadnought is a good shiny. I like Gamera Turtle. Nope, no shiny punchy gloves. Next Terra boss. Yeah, I saw Alex. Funny thing, I got my entire boss right up for counters and everything used for it, already finished. And yeah, this is gonna be like, the Inteleon raids. I think are gonna be very easy. Cause just looking over what Inteleon's moves are, looking over Inteleon's stats, and looking over the counters for Ice type, there's a lot of good options for it. And it's gonna be a pretty interesting. I think it's gonna be a very easy solo. You know, it's gonna be good to be able to solo one of these things without needing to use Shiyu, without needing to use freaking Miraidon. Nah, just go in with a funny monkey. Just go in with a funny punchy monkey. Came back. Yay, the Switch has come back to life. Yeah. This hunt's been taking a while. Again, Cyndaquil's being a shoe. But it will not be put into a shoe until we reach, like, 2,000 eggs hatched. But I'm also thinking... So, this is a thought that I had when it came to these Masuda hunts of the starters after the Terra raids have ended. Like, when the next Terra raid bosses actually started. I was thinking of actually doing Masuda hunts them off-screen. Do you know, to work through it a bit? Well, all my face shells. Hunt to Wiglet and to Weasel. Finally. What do you mean? Megas aren't in... Oh, Let's Go! Right, Megas were in Let's Go. Yeah, I should have remembered that. Because I'm still doing my ongoing Let's Play of Pokemon Let's Go, and I actually am planning on using the Megas to joke several of the battles. Hello there, Foxy. How are you doing? How are you doing? The snow crab. You mean... Crabominable? I don't think Crabominable is very good for it, because Inteleon does get a number of flying-type moves, and Crabominable is very slow. Even now that I finished eating some tax math, nice. Yeah, the only real issue that I think Crabominable has is it is very slow, and I mean, the other thing is, this thing gets Tearful Look. For those who don't know what Tearful Look is, it is a move that will decrease both your physical attack and your special attack. And Crabominable has, if it does carry that move, Crabominable has no means of dealing with that. Which, considering many of the Terra raid bosses historically have had, you know, offensive decreasing moves, that spells a little bit of an issue. Tex-Mex always makes me sleepy, don't it? So what is Tex-Mex? I ever heard of it. I don't know a dang thing about what it actually is. Can you explain, Foxy? Could you please explain? I'm curious. Yeah, there's like a... Foxy, I live under a rock. You forget about this. I know nothing. My brain is just an empty sack of sand. I have Let's Go Pikachu. Yeah, I only have Let's Go Pikachu. Make the Mexican attack your food. Okay. Okay, I didn't know if it was like a specific dish. Yeah, I don't know if it was like a specific dish, like, okay, specific things. I have no idea what it actually was. But yeah, we've been doing a Let's Play of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and we actually finished it. As in, like, we finished the main story, we finished the Elite Four rematches, and really all that's left now, We've actually done, like, finished the Jesse and James sort of post-game story. We've beaten Mewtwo. Really, the only thing we have left to do in the entirety of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is actually do all of the Master Trainer battles, which we are doing. The thing is, the Master Trainer battles are going to take a long time. I've done a little bit of the math for how many things it's gonna take, but there's about 146 Master Trainers, because in total there is 135 153, not 135, 153 Pokemon in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. So you got, all four of the original 151 Pokemon, and then Melmetal and Meltan. But I don't believe that Mew is in the Master Trainers, but if it is, okay, Mew's in there. But then there is, Mewtwo, Melmetal, Meltan, the 3 legendary birds, and then Ditto. So, you've got, say, 153, total trainers. Then subtract 7, because there's 7 of them that you don't actually battle. You just get them to 10,000 CP. That is 146 Master Trainers to battle. And even if I do, 10 Master Trainers in a single video, that's, 2 minutes per battle, which that's really, really highballing it for some of them. That's still going to be 15 bonus episodes for Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. That's a lot. It's a heckin' lot of bonus videos. Granted, there are a few of them that are going to be relatively quick to brute force through, because I have a few strategies to use for the Master Trainer battles. There are 2 strategies for Master Trainer battles, though. The first one is Toxic Stall, which I don't recommend doing Toxic Stall, because a number of the Master Trainer battles are actually set up to also use Toxic Stall against you. But my preferred way of doing them is actually brute force hyper aggressive. And there are certain Pokemon where you can do this on, and it just works super dang well. Like, when it's basically using Pokemon in the most unorthodox ways possible. But this is the thing about the Master Trainers in Let's Go I kind of find amusingly ironic. The whole idea of the Master Trainers was to get you to use all the different Pokemon to become familiar with their strengths and their weaknesses. But ironically, because there is 146 Master Trainers to actually battle, you're gonna end up using the exact same strategies for almost every single one of them. So, you don't actually learn all the individual ins and outs and individual strengths of them. It's like, counterintuitive. Very, very, very counterintuitive, devs. You didn't realize what you were making. And it's kind of funny. I have no idea what fajita is. I've heard of it, I just don't know what the heck it is. Again, I live under a rock. The only food that isn't American food, American food that I know is like, I know some Thai food, I know some Chinese food, I know some Mongolian food, I know some Japanese food, I know some Italian food, and then is like, the rest I just don't know. Hey, Regilucky. Very nice. Chicken. Oh, okay. So that's what a fajita is. Again, for me, it's like burgers, pizza, hot dog. It's like, I like the simple things. Fried fish, like, I like the most American food there is. It's like, my food palette is just standard American. And you know what? I don't care. The food I like is the food that I like, and there is nothing wrong with just wanting a burger or a steak every day for the rest of my life, even though the cholesterol would utterly kill me. Feet is basically seasoned meat, onions, and green peppers. I'm not really a fan of peppers. Like, I like a little bit of hot sauce on pizza. But like peppers proper, I don't really eat, which is weird. I know. I'm weird when it comes to the food that I eat. What are you presently shiny hunting, April? Can you chicken, beef, pork, even shrimp? Now that sounds interesting. Shrimp fajita. That sounds interesting. I do like shrimp. I mean, I like seafood. You know, like lobster, crab, swordfish, salmon, most forms of fish. Aside from seafood, and aside from seaweed. But I have never had sushi. I plan on eventually having sushi. My only worry, though, is if I ever do get around to having sushi, I will never be able to look at tatsugiri the same way ever again. And it's like, I like the little rice sushi fish. I kind of don't want to know what sushi tastes like. Like, just for the reason of tatsugiri. What is an enchilada and what is a quesadilla, Foxy? I don't know what these words mean. You need to use American language to talk to me about these foods. I don't know what they are. You might as well be speaking Latin to me. Actually, well, I do understand a little bit of Latin. You might as well be speaking, like, well, Spanish. Again, my food palette is just American food. You don't fully grasp the limitations of my food palette, Foxy. You don't grasp it. It's just like, you need to talk in terms of like burger, steak, chicken. You need to talk very simple to me because my brain is very smooth when it comes to things that are just not American food. Remember, I live very north. I live very, very north. So, we don't really have many Mexican places around here. Aside from Taco Bell, but like, it's Taco Bell. My friends who enjoy Mexican food say they don't consider Taco Bell Mexican food, so those are their words, not mine. Because I don't really eat Mexican food. Taco Bell has quesadillas. I don't go to Taco Bell. I don't know what these things are, Foxy. Whenever I go out to get something for lunch, it's like, I'll just go for a burger. I'll just go to like Bill Gray's and just get a burger and tater tots. It's just like, just give me a burger and give me tater tots, or just give me a fish fry. Or I'll go to Hibachi Steakhouse, because like, Hibachi Steakhouse. Granted, it's more for the fried rice, because I have a weakness for rice as a side for most food. It's like, I just like rice. I just like rice more than I feel I should. I'm sorry, Foxy. It's just my food. My experience with food is very limited. Also, remember, I am Italian, so I have a little bit more experience with Italian food than anything else, because, again, Italian family. we generally do more things with Italian food than Mexican in an Italian family. So, just keep that context in there. Okay. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I look forward to this thing not sparkling, because as we all know, shiny Cyndaquil is a myth. Shiny Cyndaquil is very much a myth. Beep, let's go. I'll be back. Ah, very Terminator reference here. But yeah, orange. See, this is one thing that Metal and I were actually talking about the SGL, when it comes to, like, hypothetically speaking, if Kai and Trash Can Man, is it Trash Can Man? Was it? Yeah, Pokeball? Kai and the next person of the Elite Four. I'm bad with names. If they... Star, that's what it is. Star. I'm very bad with names. It's like everything just like strings together in my head and I just can't keep stuff straight. But if Star... I almost mixed Kai and Star into like Sky, because my brain is just flatlining at the moment. If Star and Kai end up defeating you guys, we did, Metal and I were talking, like, we had an idea for, even if no one actually gets a chance to battle me as the champion, I still kind of want to do some battles with you guys, because it's like, this has been hyped up for so long, I just kind of want to have some battles with you guys. So it's like, there will still be battles with me, even if no one gets there, but the stakes will probably have just, like, kind of not really been there, because, like, no one made it to the end of the Elite Four. Which is why I'm kind of looking forward to the end. And my team has been polished for now. As in, like, the theoreticals of the team are polished. It's really just now a thing of going out, grinding, and giving everything the right stuff. Because just to show you, just to do a modicum of flexing on my competitive preparation materials. These are the rare candies and the candy stocks I have. These are the Terra Shard stockpiles that I have accrued. I went pretty ham when it came to freaking the Blissey raids in preparation for this. Yeah, this is... I've been ready now, which is thinking of, okay, all the preparations have been finalized. Because I didn't want to go building my team while I'm still kind of tweaking stuff around, and then have to go back and rechange things, and then like, okay, well, spending some resources to go change that, then rechange back, and then all the stuff and other things like that. So, everything's good. Watch me be the final guy and choose not to battle you. Fun. Honestly, Orange, I respect that. I would respect the just... I'll take my prize. I'm out. I respect that. I very heavily respect that. Who the freak keeps pinging me? Oh, Foxy pinged me again. Foxy, what did you ping? Is this another out of context clip? Oh, I just allowed the middle. So, it's basically like a burrito then. So that's what an enchilada is. Basically just like a burrito, I guess. But yeah, wait, oranges. It looks like a soft shell taco. Hey, Firemark, how you doing? Yeah, this would be like the 4th shiny we've hunted that's gone to over 1,000 eggs from a pseudo method. So this is just pretty much standard at this point. Sorta, yeah, sorta, kind of. Like, it's a soft shell taco looking thing that's kind of got stuff in it. Yeah. Again, my experience with food is like almost exclusively American. So like, I only have my limited American food palette to kind of compare stuff with. Because again, I just really like American food more. Chaos is currently soft resetting for shiny Reggie at 1K. Nice. Honestly, full odds shiny hunting is something I know I don't really have the stomach for. Which is why, like, one of the few ones is going to be this. Shiny Lugia we're going to be hunting for in Soul Silver. Sort of in spite of the shiny Ho-Oh Dynamax Adventure shiny hunt. Because an offhand comment I made, you know, jokingly, when we got close to 500 Ho-Oh Dynamax Adventures was, I could have shiny hunted this thing in Heart Gold, and it would have been faster. And that eventually just morphed into the idea of, wait, I should actually shiny hunt Lugia in Soul Silver, just for the kick in the teeth. Also, thank you very much, Omar, for going and grabbing Always More videos link. How are you doing, Always More? Hope you're doing delightful today. I hope you're doing delightful. Eric, you know what? So basically, if you haven't the context Always More, basically the stream has turned into everybody rip on Maxis for not knowing what Mexican food is. Join in the fun. Oh, I think that we have hit 990. I just didn't update the counter. Yeah, B, here's the thing. My family's been trying to do that for years. Hasn't really worked. It really hasn't. So let's move. Yes, we have. Let's move to other things. Let's move to topics other than food, because I'm starting to get hungry again. And I don't like midnight snacking. Foxy, I love my food, or take it food. Yeah. Let's hope at least one of the remaining challenges can get you in the SGLs. Only like 4 or 5 left. Honestly, that's what... The thing is, Orange said the exact same thing. And it's like, I want to fight you guys. Like, even if you guys don't end up, like, making it to the official champion match, we're still going to be doing something with battles with me. Because I did not go through the process of going and planning my team. Going through the intricacies of my strategies. Just to have it go to, oh yeah, no one made it. So, like, it's going to be more of a for fun thing. We actually already got one Foxy today. So I am 17 steps ahead of you today. We got a shiny Deerling phase today. We were just wandering around, and we got this one. Yep. So, I have already fulfilled the necessary singular criterion for your liking to be applied. Let's go. Let me count my license. I didn't see it. You have said all you need to do is have seen that I caught one today, Foxy. Those were the terms of the agreement. You just need to see evidence that I caught one today. Oh, what was the shiny you got, Mike? So, Meta, you are gonna have a light out, darker background, assuming everyone's gonna go. Yeah, you're gonna have a light out, darker background, assuming someone gets. Not really. I'm not gonna have a darker background, because if I stream if I play games in dark with the lights on, it really hurts with the lights off. It like destroys my vision for a while. Because I've tried doing things like I play games with my lights off, and the next day I just wake up with a massive headache because I just strained my eyes. So like I'm probably not gonna have a dark background. It's just gonna be me. It's just gonna be like the usual thing. Oh, April. Oh, Metatite. Very nice. We also have the Metatite family. I really like the Metatite line. It's just a little finicky. Same, used to be able to when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean, your eyes are growing when you're younger, so your eyes are more resilient. Now you can't. As time goes on, things happen. Also, I am very glad that is not a shiny Pachirisu, because I go out of my way to destroy every Pachirisu I can. I let you live, Pachirisu. Go spread the word to your squirrely kin. I will hunt you down and destroy every remaining Pachirisu there is, until that line of Pokemon has been completely expunged from existence. Should get rid of it. I would say, yeah. I'd say get your Charizard again. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I used to just like hide my Game Boy and my DS underneath my sheets when I just play like past bedtime. I mean, we all did that when we were younger. Our parents would tell us to go to bed and like, no, we just played video games. We just continued to play our video games even when our parents told us not to. Ah, fun. Hello, Casual Chikorita, how you doing? Spent most of the day playing Breath of the Wild. The game continues to be fun 6 years later, finding Koroks and shrines. Nice. See, here's the thing, Pyramar. We have already 100%ed Breath of the Wild. We're going for true 100%, which is going to be upgrading all of the armors. And yeah, all we have to do left is fully upgrade the armor. And we're basically done with that. Like, at this point, literally all I need to go do is go out, smite like 20 more Bokoblin, and I'm good. And everything will be upgraded, and I will have achieved true... Oh, no, I didn't do that. I did not do that a walkthrough. I literally looked up maps for a lot of the stuff. Like, okay, where the freak do I go to get, like, all the little areas located on the map? Because I am not that masochistic. I'm masochistic enough to shiny hunt Poipole twice. Masochistic enough to shiny hunt Type Null twice. Masochistic enough to shiny hunt Lugia. Full odds in Soul Silver. But I'm not quite masochistic enough to go do a 100% run of Breath of the Wild with no guide. Oh, the people who do that, like, honestly, the biggest of respect to them. I just know I wouldn't be able to do it because I need that level of direction to even, like, enjoy playing. If I, like, this is the thing with me when it comes to games. If I don't have some form of, like, self-imposed direction in an open-world game, I will just make a beeline straight for story objectives, and then just do all the story objectives, and do no exploring. Because that's what happened when I first played Breath of the Wild, when I first got it years and years and years ago. Within the span of 48 hours, I'd beaten all 4 of the Divine Beasts, and gotten the Master Sword. Yeah. Within like 48 hours of starting, actually probably like 72 hours of starting the game, I had all of that done and I was getting ready to go storm Hyrule Castle. My friend legitimately had to yell at me that I wasn't going and exploring literally anything else. And that's one of the reasons, like, I do use like guides and walkthroughs for certain things, because I know if left to my own devices, I would never have the mental capabilities of going and doing a 100% run of the entire stuff. I wouldn't. I just do not have that level of brain span, because my brain is just sand. Remember having an all-night session trying to find Rito Village? Wow. Yeah, like, I can imagine that, you know, it's fun. You know, going into the game blind and doing a lot of stuff blind would be very, very entertaining. But for someone like me, because I have ADD, you know, I have a very hard time focusing, I space out very easily. Something like trying to 100% Breath of the Wild without a guide would basically trigger my ADD in all of the worst possible ways. And it really wouldn't make the game enjoyable. Which actually is why for a long time I didn't like Breath of the Wild. Was, you know, ADD brained me playing the game, and I didn't enjoy it. So I can appreciate the game for what it is today, you know, now that I do have that, like, that focus on it, but I do need that general focus in order to, like, keep stuff going. Of course, it was Saturday night and Monday was the next day off, so I knew I could. Nice. See, that's the best. I miss those days. I miss the days of being in, like, middle school and elementary school and even high school, when it's like, oh yeah, I got Monday off, I can just do an all-night game session. I'll tell you something, Metamaxis. Wrath of Mire will help you defeat Inteleon. Very nice. Yeah, because I remember, I forget what year it was, but I would just, like, hop on PlayStation Live in Black Ops 3 Zombies, and we would just have, like, an all-night session of just, like, going ham on things like Horizon Drak, Garad Krovi, even Shadows of Evil, and just like going ham on that, grinding out liquid diviniums in preparation for our Easter egg runs. It's like, I miss those days. I really miss the days of Black Ops 3 Zombies, because it was just such a fun thing. But at the same time, it's also like, I really am... As I did manage to find all 2 Dark Shades of Scarlet without a walkthrough, and I was so happy for 3 months, and luckily played a factor in why I'm still using my story team. Nice. But yeah, I mean, like, this is kind of one of the things that I've semi-wrestled with myself before, is this is honestly the, like, 4th incarnation idea for my channel. The first incarnation idea for the channel was a Let's Play, was a movie and, like, TV review top 10 list channel, which that was, like, high school, middle school access thinking. And, you know, that kind of flopped. I kind of abandoned that idea. Then the second idea was like a zombie, like, you know, being was a zombies content creator, you know, back when, like, the heyday of Call of Duty Zombies was a thing, you know. This was, like, for context, the time frame, this was Black Ops 2 had basically just finished, and it was going into the, and this was, like, a year or so before the release of Black Ops 3. And he was like, oh yeah, I want to do a zombies channel. And then, you know, that eventually, you know, kind of passed by. I didn't have a capture card for that. And honestly, all things considered, I'm kind of glad that I didn't have a capture card back then, because I would have been a very different person. Because I wouldn't have, like, really gone back to playing Pokemon, and I just wouldn't have been I wouldn't have been as happy of a person as I am today with that. I was not in a great place back then, and kind of connecting with different friends, because my friend group back then was very toxic. Yeah, well, the friend group I had IRL was a rather toxic group. I don't really like talking about them, but I don't think I would have met the friends I know because of Pokemon had I made that channel, because Pokemon is honestly what made me meet the newer friends, which really helped me, you know, get my head to a more better adjusted position, I guess is probably the best way of saying it. So, it's kind of for the best that idea never happened, just because I never have a capture card. Then the third channel incarnation was kind of a hybrid of, like, the first idea, the second idea, and then, like, just, like, general video game stuff. And then I guess this is kind of, like, very similar to the third idea as well, but, like, more focused. So yeah, again, it's one of those things where I am a firm believer in, like, you know, things happen for a reason. And, you know, the chain of events that led to where we are now were necessary to reach this place, I guess. You know, it's weird, but it's the way that I think. We all have our own sort of ways of things, I guess. And this is me just rambling now. Well, no, this is 105. This is 05. Smooth brain. Very smooth brain. Yeah, this is actually where we just got that deerling. I didn't manage to get out of it. But yeah, I mean, back then, when you say you didn't know where you'd be, that can go either way. No, I know for a fact I would have been worse off. I know very much with certainty I would be much worse had I not gone back to Pokemon. Don't ask me how I know that, because it is a very long story, and it is really not a sort of stream story. So I am in a far better place than I would have been otherwise. So it is for the best that, like, you know, that idea never really worked out. But yeah, it's again, it's kind of a good thing. The only real negative is, like, yeah, the channel started off a lot later, but even then, like, I wouldn't have been as motivated in the same way, because the other part is, like, I wouldn't have been as motivated to continue making stuff, because one thing that I found when I started editing my own stuff for the first time, which I've mentioned a bit before, is editing the stuff does take a lot longer and a lot more out of you than I really expected. And I think, you know, doing that on my own, like, straight from the get-go, would have probably taken me out of, you know, really wanting to keep doing and doing bigger and better things. But now, because I'm more motivated, you know, I have a much better degree of self-motivation, I can do more with the channel, and I am more motivated to do more things. Which is good. So again, I think that I am in a much better and more positive place than if I had stuck with the original ideas. And I guess, in a way, even after starting this, the 4th iteration of an idea for a channel, it kind of actually morphed into a 5th vision for the channel, because the vision I had for the channel when I started the channel, and the vision for the channel now are actually very different. Something. Is the Fossil Fighters, Nuzlocke series, done? I'll be honest, not 100% sure, Jay. Because remember, that was a collab series with Anxious Christian, and I don't really know for sure if Anxious really wants to continue doing that one. Because the main issue is, we kind of got out of sync for a while because, you know, our schedule just didn't line up. And then really by then, like, I got his, like, enthusiasm for it kind of faded a bit. So, I will ask him about it, but I also know that he's been a bit busy with a lot of other stuff lately. So there's... Welcome in, Ping! Thank you for becoming a metal machine! Can one of the mods please go grab the Pink Dungeons link? How are you doing? Welcome in, and thank you very much for the like. Pink Dungeon. We actually have our own lurk emote that I think you will love. We have our very own emote, known as the Toge Lurk. And I am very proud because I made this emote myself. But welcome in. I had to send you the... Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you love the Malamute puppy. Alaskan Malamute puppies are just adorable. They are just giant beans of proof. Yes. Togekiss is my second favorite Pokemon. And I love that emote. Because the thing is, I thought of that, like... It's actually been over a year since I actually made that emote. Because I had that made. But I made that myself, because I made it like, we are going to get to monetization. We're going to get members. I'm going to make this as my first emote. But also, we have the Allosaurus emote. For those who don't know, the Allosaurus is my favorite dinosaur, as well as my favorite Vivasaur and Fossil Fighters. So, let's just share a little bit of love for the Allosaurus, the greatest dinosaur of all. Because, let me go grab something. See, most of you, when you were younger, had a stuffed animal. You know, a teddy bear or whatever. I had a stuffed Allosaurus. Yes, I had a stuffed Allosaurus. I like dinosaurs, if you can't tell. I mean, granted, not even just dinosaurs, it's, you know, giant reptile monsters like Godzilla and stuff like that. I love this channel. I love the fact that, like, the channel can do nonsense like this, and it's just completely in line with everything. But how are you guys doing? Thank you very much for that. He has since upgraded to Godzilla. Nah! See, they're not dolls. They're action figures. They are action figures. They're not dolls. They're action figures. But thank you very much, Omar and Kayla, for grabbing the Pink Dungeons link. Bye. You want to build a full-scale Godzilla costume? Honestly, I have, but it's actually kind of topical that you bring that up, B. Because this is one thing that I was thinking about for my 10K subscriber special, was a few years ago. For Halloween, I went dressed as Grimlock, the Generation 1 Transformer Grimlock. Yeah, the Dinobot. You know, he's the robot T-Rex. So I made a Grimlock Dinobot costume out of cardboard. And that gave me an idea. Like, this was something that actually happened when I was at college, and I had this idea for it. Was, what if, when we get to 10K, I did, like, something similar to that, but with, like, Duraludon, or something like that. You know, like, I make a costume of something like Duraludon, or, you know, like something that, like, I could feasibly make as a costume for, you know, like a big milestone special. And because one other plan that I had is for, like, you know, if we get like 5K subs, I was thinking of like doing a poll for what Pokemon character do I go as like a cosplay of. Like I was thinking, you know, Maxie or Steven, you know, what do I do with those? Well, welcome in, Thunderous TJ. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. But how are you guys all doing tonight? Just gotta adjust the robe. I sat on it like it all bunched up, so I didn't sit down correctly. There we go. I'm doing very well, Thunderous. I'm doing delightful today. I mean, aside from the fact that Cyndaquil is continuing to be a shoe and not sparkling, this is what Cyndaquil's being. It's being a shoe. What do you think? Favorite dinosaur? I actually don't know what that one is. Back in the 50s, they had a lot of problems filming the first Godzilla. The former, the side of the zoo was a costume. Yeah. Yeah, the original Godzilla cosplay, the dangers the original Godzilla costume posed to the actor in the suit is just, it's unreal those movies ever actually got made. Because, like, for those who don't know, the Godzilla suit is like, you know, it's a big rubber suit. But it is a very big, full-body rubber suit. Oh my gosh, the suit is on the clue! Pink Dungeon, you brought the luck! It's over! For the first one! That is encounter number 1116, 17, 18. 1118. No, 1018, not 1100. 1080. Shiny Cyndaquil. Finally, it sparkles. And it has a terrible nature. It's adamant, but it doesn't matter. Because you're getting minted over to being modest or timid when the time comes. Oh, there we go. It finally sparkles. It finally sparkles. Victory! Foxy, you know the deal now. You know the deal, Foxy. Asian Tyrannosauroid, like Tarbosaurus, but also full body feathers, 3 fingers. Also, like scientists debate about T-Rex, feathers. Honestly, T-Rex with feathers does sound pretty cool. It's the fabulous T-Rex. T-Rex with fabulosity is awesome. So now, let's reset this back to 0. And then let's switch the Typhlosion GIF, because now we need to go over to Quilava, because remember, this is a living shiny dex. This is a living shiny dex, so we still need more. Yeah, next shiny is Cyndaquil. Not Cyndaquil, it's Quilava. Because we're doing a living shiny dex. So, we have to go for every single one of them. That means 2 more. Yep, exactly. That is exactly the case. So, let's just save just in case shenanigans. I found a very fun use for Archaeopteryx. Really, what is the use of Archaeopteryx in Champions? Also, Archaeopteryx is just a fun name to say. I love it. With the dopamine rushes. Oh, trust me, B. Trust me, B. It's the shiny short reactions. There's gonna be a lot of them that you're gonna see. That was glorious. It was glorious. Thank you very much, Thunderous. This has been a long time coming for this one. Transforming into Zonga Zonga in... Wait. Wait. You're explaining that, Casual. How can you transform Archaeopteryx into Zonga Zonga? I have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's kind of funny you say that, because, Jay, I've mentioned a bit previously in streams that Avatar: The Last Airbender is kind of a series that I rewatch on an almost, like, yearly basis. So, like, I will rewatch Avatar: The Last Airbender, say, in, like, February of one year. Then next year, I'll rewatch it in, like, April. And then the year after that, I'll watch it in, like, July of the next year. It's like, I basically watch it every, like, 14 months. Because I love that series. Really? So, how can it turn to... So, how can it turn to Zonga Zonga? Rock. Earthbending. It would be earthbending. Zero hesitation for earthbending. Because it is the best bending there is. And no one can convince me otherwise. Really? Interesting. I thought you could only transform into, like, other neutral element Venusaurs. I hope Chaos is doing well with his shiny hunt. But also, guys, again, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. You delightful viewers. So they changed the way that its transformation works. I remember in the original Fossil Fighters, it could only transform into, like, one of, I mean, like, 9 neutral Venusaurs is what it was? It wasn't that many. No, the best one is the best one is earthbending. No one can convince me anything other than earthbending is the best. Rubber stamped right when I got it. Because we're doing a living shiny dex, Thunderous. Basically, a living shiny dex is we are going to be going for a shiny of every single Pokemon. So, actually, perfect timing, actually, for this, because, we got this. So, it's like, you know, see some of our previous shiny boxes. You know, this is the shiny box of everything. You know, shiny Ghastly family, shiny Fuecoco family, shiny, Dragapult family, shiny Gambit family, shiny Noivern family, you know, shiny living dex. Yeah, I decided to go for it after, like, yeah, I saw Landon was going for a shiny living dex. Might as well go for it. It's like, it sounds like it could be fun. And since Zonga Zonga has no element, and yeah, that's pretty great. Interesting. Blood bending, snow ice bending, plant bending. Yes, but at the same time, can you bend a platform of rock and literally make a house out of nothing? I mean, it's like wood style in Naruto. You can literally make a house just by, like, imagining it. And then it just is there. It's like, the utility it can provide is awesome. Though I will say, I mean, granted, my fondness for earthbending is for much of the same reason as I say if I could have any power in the X-Men series, it would be Magneto's power. Because it's just control over metal. It's like, yeah, no. I want a can of soda just fly over to me. That would be awesome. Oh, I can't find the batteries for this thing. Okay, batteries, come to me. Oh, I dropped a quarter underneath this vending machine. Quarter, come back to me. It's like, the little usages for things like that are just why I would use it. It's so fun to use rank 20 Zonga Zonga against him in the rematch. Honestly, it's fun to just curb stomp Zonga Zonga. I was like, no, you were a jerk, get curb stomped in the face. Like, the Zonga Zonga fight is the entire reason I say Dimetrodon is the best starter for Fossil Fighters Champions. If for no other reason than the fact that FP absorption is so broken against Zonga Zonga, because he has so many huge FP attacks, one of which is an area attack that hits everyone, and then you just absorb so much FP from that, and just like can just use ridiculous power moves over and over and over and over and over again. Like, I stan Dimetrodon as the best starter in that dang game, but I understand why some people might not like it. Thinking back to Professor X can think of my team. I think it's more a thing if he just chooses not to. Because it's like, it's the reason why whenever you see, like, Mystique fighting in, like, any of those things, she drops the disguise. Because if you need to focus on using your powers to, you know, do other things, then you're not able to use, like, the 100% of your power on doing other stuff. Like, it's for the same reason why in Avengers Endgame, when Strange is holding back, like, the water that's gonna flood into the battlefield, his hands are shaking because he can't use magic to make his hands not shake anymore because of the nerve damage. It's more a thing of, like, it's just, like, it keeps his senses at the sharpest if he's not doing that. And also, like, it's kind of part of his identity at this point. It's like, he has no real need to move his legs. He doesn't... I mean, though, my favorite thing is like, if you watch X-Men Dark Phoenix, and you see the part where, you know, Phoenix, Jean Grey, like, makes Professor X walk up the stairs. It's like, oh, God, that's so horrifying. It's the most unsettling thing to watch. But it's also, like, that's probably how he would walk if he actually, like, used his mind powers to make himself walk. It's so creepy. There's, like, Super Evolvers, like, oh, Raptor, literally is this. I mean, my thing about the Super Evolver that I'm not a fan of is that, like, the regular base Vivisaur designs are just such strong designs. They look very nice. They're strong designs. They look very nice, and they're thematic of the dinosaur itself. Whereas, like, you know, those Super Evolvers are like, yo, they're made up fictional things. And they kind of lean a bit too hard on the trying to be cool. Like, you know, Spinosaurus looks awesome. You know, like, it's, the scales look like, you know, mummy wrappings because, you know, it's from Egypt. And the sail looks like a sun. That's awesome. You know, Carcharodontosaurus has, like, you know, the Eye of Horus for the eye. And it's meant to look like a shark. It's like, that looks so cool. The designs are very thematic. But it's like, no, T-Rex Lord. It's like Godzilla. It's like, it's cool, but it's also not a T-Rex. It's a thing of, like, I just like the base looks of the Vivisaurs just so, I think they get the base designs, I think are just so strong. Sadly, Toba is the worst. I mean, I really never thought there was ever a reason to use Toba, because the game literally hands you Tricera right at the start of the game. You already get a water element Vivisaur right from the get-go. You know, I mean, there's probably a reason to go for 2 water Vivisaurs, but it's like, 2 water Vivisaurs at the start of the game? Seems a little questionable to me. Seems a little questionable to go for that. But again, that is just me. Also, I said this before, back in the day, yesterday, that ironically we didn't need special mechanics. Exactly! Exactly, Jay. That is exactly my brain when it comes to Pokemon stuff. It's like, we don't need super mechanics. We just need simple battle fun. We don't need ultra super giga moves. We just need move, do, type. I don't dislike them. I don't like the mechanics. It's more a thing of I can dislike the mechanic but still enjoy the game. Because you don't need to use the mechanics. You know, you can go through the game pretty much without using them. You only really need to start doing things with the mechanics when it comes to competitive, and even then, like, it's kind of like, it comes with the territory of competitive, where when you do competitive intrinsically, you're gonna have to use some things you're not really the most fond of if you want to win. You know, it kind of comes with the territory, which, you know, I can sort of, like, mentally dissociate that. But it is a sort of a different threshold for each person. Everyone does have, like, their own brainwave when it comes to things like that. But I mean, we did get our shiny, so that's good. I'm thinking we're probably gonna wrap things up. Probably in the next box or two. And we have also a champion, also Lugmus, Chibok Lord, Spino, Trima, and Cutlass. Fun. Fun. How many boxes we got left? Okay, we got through 4 boxes. Okay. That's not bad. 4 boxes. Okay. We'll end off on 30. We will end off on 30 today. We did good today. Again, we got our shiny. We got our first shiny. We got our shiny. Finally got our Cyndaquil. The curse has been broken. And let's just get rocking and rolling, everyone. Just Spinax, honestly, this is my favorite thing about Fossil Fighters. They give you Shan right at the start to be like the glass cannon attacker. But the problem is, it is so far glass, it kind of dies to a stiff breeze. So Spinax just turns into your super heavy hitter for literally the entire game. Makes no sense. But it's like, you know what? I like Spinax. I like it. God, I have so many fond memories of those games. I love them. Fossil Fighters just hits differently. I mean, Champions. The original Fossil Fighters, as, if you enjoy Fossil Fighters, actually, I highly recommend you check out my Fossil Fighters review. Pokemon Misunderstood Originality, or Pokemon Clone, I think is the exact title of it. It was like my first big video I ever had, and I'm still super proud of it, like, over a year later. And then it's like, frickin', you know, like, Champions is how you make a sequel and make a sequel perfect. You know, Champions is how you make a perfect sequel. It took everything that was good about the original Fossil Fighters, and it just made it better. It had a better story, better characters, better gameplay loop. It just was a overall superior game. Yes, don't bring back the dang bone buggies. I don't think we're ever going to get another Fossil Fighters game, though, unfortunately, Casual. Because here's the thing. The parent company that made the original Fossil Fighters and also made Champions, they split. Because, I think it was Red Entertainment, and I forget the other game, the other studio, they split up. Which I think is the reason why we're never going to get another one. But the other thing is, with the Switch being the Switch, I don't realistically think we're ever going to get another game in the same style of it, because this is the issue. To have something like that, you need a touchscreen. And Switch games are made to be played handheld and made to be played in docked mode. And you can't realistically do a touchscreen thing with the dodgeboard. I think like the 3DS or the Wii U was the last chance they really had of making a game like that could work. Unless you end up doing what they did with BDSP's Grand Underground, where like it's controller, but then like the timer is gone. So that kind of removes a lot of the things with it. Well, the thing is, Nintendo doesn't really have a say in it. Nintendo just publishes the game. That's the thing. Nintendo doesn't like have any control over the game realistically itself. It's just like the other people make the game and they just publish it. So it's realistically more a thing of the publisher than it is the dev. Which is, again, one of the reasons why I don't realistically think that we'll get another one, just down to the system. Where the only other way, I guess, like, they made, like, a peripheral attachment that is just a touchscreen. But then the issue is they would just make a peripheral that's only used for, like, one game. I mean, that's the fan game territory is, like, something I tend to avoid, because I'm not a fan of fan games, I'll be kind of honest. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing with me. I semi-actively avoid them. I semi-actively avoid fan games. It's a personal tech, really. But I kind of am, in a way, I'm kind of almost glad that we haven't really, like, as weird as it is, I'm kind of glad Fossil Fighters Frontier wasn't a great game to end the series on. Because I feel it would be more painful if the series ended on the note of, like, Fossil Fighters Champions. And that was where the series ended. And there was just nothing that came after to give us hope for future. Whereas with, you know, of course, Red splitting, and, you know, Champ and Frontiers being the last game, you know, it ends on a low note, so it doesn't really leave you with wanting as much more. Rosie, how did Rosie think Growlithe was a cat? How? Hello there, Benny Umbreon. How are you doing? How are you doing, Benny? You actually kind of caught us as, like, we're towards the end of this. Thank you very much, Benny. Yo, we actually got our first shiny Cyndaquil today. We still need 2 more. You, go away, Pachirisu. You deserve oblivion. Good. I don't like Pachirisu, for those who don't know. I don't like Pachirisu. I actively go out of my way to hunt them down. Don't ask why. It's a long story. Okay, it's not that long of a story. It's just I don't like the Station Park thing. Casual. They're not talking about the Fossil Fighters characters. They're not talking about Fossil Fighters. They're talking about another person on YouTube. They're talking about like one of Sly's viewers. I think this is the last egg of the batch. But yeah, most of the reason I don't really like Pachirisu, it's kind of the Station Park thing, where people don't realize the reason Station Park was able to use Pachirisu is because it was actually well known earlier that, like, yeah, it gets Follow Me. But it was deemed to be so bad it wasn't really worth dedicating the brain space to actually, like, figuring stuff out with. And also, it was the only electric redirector who could actually survive Draco Meteor, with what his team needed. It was really more a case of it was the only Pokemon suited to the job because of stats, when it's kind of held up as it's like a proof of every Pokemon can actually be useful when it's kind of the exact opposite. And it's kind of like that entire thing just cyclically going is like why I don't really like Pachirisu, is that it just never dies. It's like, I mean, to be fair, Alex, there was really never any hope for Fossil Fighters going into the future. Because the second Nintendo moved off a touchscreen system, they would have needed to change the game's reworking it extremely heavily, and it wouldn't be Fossil Fighters anymore. For what it is, not experience. Fair enough. Fair enough, Casual. I still don't like Pachirisu, though, because that Pokemon has been ruined for me. Granted, I never was a fan of the Pika clones to begin with. Other than Togedemaru. Because Togedemaru is a spike ball of joy. It is a very joyful spike ball. That would be painful to hug, but I don't care. Because it's a very happy spike ball. I mean, its name literally comes from the word spike. Yogurt squirrel? Please explain. Please explain the yogurt squirrel. Casual. That doesn't make any sense to me. I require elaboration. Well, these are going to be the final 5 egg. Well, final 4 technically for this. Because this egg is hatching right now and we don't have this. So let's go get looking for who is going to be our raid target. I guess we can go hunt. Wait, wait, Mudkip. Did Sly actually get the female shiny Sprigatito? No, Alex. No, I can't. Remember, I'm the Killjoy here. I'm Mr. Killjoy. Rosie won't tell me how they thought about it. Oh my gosh. So wait, did Sly actually finally get the stupid grass cat? Did he actually get it? I mean, we all... Yeah, no. Tinier's doing Mario Kart, so we can't go raid Tinier. So when we can, just like, I would rather raid some of those Pokemon. I guess we could go raid... someone. I guess we could raid someone we've never actually raided before. Because, like, I do kind of want to go raid someone we haven't done before. Otherwise, I think we're probably going to go raid Chaos. Okay, Belf is doing Pokemon competitive stuff. Could go raid Belf. Okay, Sly's taking a break from hunting it. So I was gonna say there's no way he didn't get it because he would have like exploded if he got that. Cause like it's him. It's Sly. Alright, that is all of them. You can play that game. You're never gonna... Oh, I know I'm never gonna get Shiny Ho. I have fully accepted that fact. That is a fact I have already accepted. And I'm honestly kind of glad that, like, it's just become a meme at this point. Togedemaru is very much a spiky friend ball. Togedemaru is a very friendly friend. Is a friendly spiky ball. Actually, here's someone we've actually never raided before. Wait, what are they doing? Are they still doing Sun and Moon? Oh, they're okay. They're not doing the Sun and Moon thing anymore. Okay. You know what? This is someone else we have not raided. We had not raided yet. They're doing a shiny Cyndaquil and Scorbunny shiny hunt. So, I will see you guys next time. Yes, we are going to be doing the Inteleon raids, Benny. I actually have finished scripting my counter guide for the Inteleon raids, and we are going to be getting ready to do those. I'm going to be recording that soon. So, I will see you guys next time. Let's rock and roll. I'll see you guys next time at that raid. See you guys.